Okay, I was breaking news baba, and I project at 2 year screen and chain at the amamano. Former Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo challenges her removal as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Content processes for removing a Justice of the Supreme Court is different. Abusia, when breaking news are why they bring former Chief Justice Torkornoo ne removing just say removing it from office or say on TRC and NTRC. It was also a file application to challenge the remover as a Supreme Court Justice. Abusia, when it and some just say a break here, de Ebrem no. A former Chief Justice Atugba and so then send be about to Jamami and corner, young conquity and some course. Unsubscribe here, subscribe like and I share my Afro so answer into me and Kabi, Madam Ase.
Future, should there be a change in government, whoever is the Chief Justice will be removed in a similar fashion. That for me is destroying the foundation of our judiciary.
Yes, now, but you see, that's why I say it is the politics that has harmed this country very gravely. Why should somebody have that mindset? Somebody has been removed. Therefore, when we come with mass, irrespective of the merits.
They said that the NDC says before coming to power that they were going to restart the judiciary.
Yes.
So this is politically motivated rather than, a case of...
Let us be a bit serious here. Look, when the parties are contesting for election, don't they have their manifestos as to what they will come and do when elected into power? So when they are elected and they are implementing the manifesto, what's wrong with it? That is premeditated and it's endorsed by the voters and they are implementing it. You mean somebody should just come to power without, any program for running the country? The important question is not when. I remember before the elections, I used to say here that the judiciary needed restructuring. And after the election, I said it. And I don't know whether it was you or some other people came and asked me about a statement John Mahama made to some NDC lawyers.
Yeah.
That when he comes, of course, they will state it politically. Now he's also going to bring NDC. These things don't help us. And I remember I commented that so long as the public had lost interest in the judiciary, he had to do something to rectify it. But he cannot say, he should have said he will bring those NDC lawyers who are competent and objective-minded, and not just NDC lawyers. I said that. Yes. So you see something wrong, you are not in power, and you are not allowed to say that this is not correct, it has to be rectified. And when you say it and you come and you are pursuing it, then it is nonsense. Nonsense. Yeah.
So the NDC, the MPP's position, or some elements of the MPP, the position they've taken.
Yes.
That they will push their leadership to do same to any future Chief Justice. You see that it will do what to the judiciary?
Yeah. This type of thing, is it commendable? That means they will do it irrespective of the performance of the next Chief Justice. That's the mindset of some of these politicians. Don't you see it? Some don't care. It's just the power they want and their way. They must have their way, whether black or red. You appoint some people who are politically aligned to, say, EC or something, there's public outcry, nothing happens. Some people feel that that's how to exercise power and they do it. So I'm not surprised that people can talk like that. But that's the trouble with this country.
Should we have, maybe beyond what Article 146 says,
yes,
should there be legislation to guide the process? Some are suggesting that stated misbehavior is too broad. It doesn't really respond to a specific matter. what is your recommendation in this direction? That the constitution is also clear, and at what circumstances somebody can be labeled to have misconducted him or herself.
Now, look, is it today? I mean, don't forget that Charlotte Osei and what's her name? Some other lady.
Georgina Opoku, and then Amadou Sule removed from the Electoral Commission.
Yes, and Shraj Commissioner, one lady, I forgot her name.
Madam Lamte.
I mean, it's under the same provisions. Stated misbehavior. And is it not these people who did it? At that time, did they have trouble about what stated misbehavior is? Why suddenly, when their appointee is involved in the same thing, hey, this is, I mean, look, that's why I don't move around, but I watch things.
Some say such comments suggest a payback.
What payback?
Comments like you did the same thing to Charlotte Osei will suggest that this is just a payback. What is happening to Torkornoo is a payback.
Let's take time. Payback is something that cannot be justified. That's payback. But if it is justified, where's the payback? Or if it's a payback, it's correct payback. Now, let's not forget history. Georgina Wood was appointed by MPP. NDC came and retained her. She did 10 years.
Right.
Did they remove her?
No.
So, and even then, they were not even commending that party for doing that.
Even though there are comments from the late Governor J, when he had issues with the judiciary, that there were several ways of killing a cat.
Yes, well, I don't know the grounds they had, either politicians. I was just in the judicial, I don't know with the facts they had, but they didn't let it happen. It didn't happen. They didn't disturb her. And so she was there. Afarijan was there, commendably also. Akuffo didn't touch him until he left. So you can see that you can't say the removal process is just an abuse of power. These facts don't show that it is so. Unless some people, like what some people are saying now, that when we come, we are going to remove, I mean, this kind of mindset. There are people like that. For them, yes, it's not the merits, it is the political deseratum. That, I mean, I don't know.
We'll be looking at, so now that this has happened, you earlier on spoke about lack of confidence in the judiciary.
Yes.
So if we are opening a new page,
yes,
what should we do now?
Well, you look, Mahama, I think, if I recall it, I think he made a statement somewhere that government will reset Ghana or something like that. That's a correct statement to make. That's what Ghana needs.
A reset.
A reset. I said so at my lecture at the Political Science Department, I think September or July 2023, that the next government should audit the placements in the public sector, and those who were not qualified to be appointed to positions or wrongly should rectify, because that's resetting.
And that should even be extended to the judiciary.
Oh, sure. Well, judiciary is a bit. You can go there. You are hoisted over your seniors. Question is, if you are performing and you are not politically inclined, why should they remove you?
Right.
There's still some element of unfairness there, because the seniors, if they were equally qualified, why do you leave them? But, you know, the grounds there are stated misbehavior, or inefficiency. So that is something else. Yeah.
And so the dismissed Chief Justice, the communication that came from the president, she was dismissed as Chief Justice.
Yes.
And also, lost her seats on the Supreme Court.
Well, I've seen something of that sort.
More like a double jeopardy for her.
There's no.
Did you expect that?
I think that's what we, the conservatives, will say. That statement was made ex abundanta cautela. That's out of abundance of caution. Once she's removed as Chief Justice, she cannot be a justice of the Supreme Court. It's one and the same person. Look, let me show you the provision.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, it's nice legal thinking for people to think like that, but I'm not convinced that she has a double tenure on the Supreme Court as Chief Justice and then Justice of the Supreme Court. Listen to the composition of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court Article 128. The Supreme Court shall consist of the Chief Justice and not less than 9 other justices of the Supreme Court. So, I mean, what do you understand from this? 9 other justices. It means
all of them.
Yes, she is
as the head of the institution.
Yes.
So basically, all of you are Supreme Court judges.
Yes, that's it. And so, are you saying that the time she was there, if they ask somebody, how many justices are there on the Supreme Court? You say, let's say there were 14. The count will be, the Chief Justice, who is also a justice, so this is 2, and then 3. Doesn't make sense.
So what does it mean? She loses all her entitlements now that she's dismissed. She's worked in the service for over 22 years. Her pension and everything. What happens to it?
Well, that is the consequence, I think, in administration. That's an administrative effect. There's nowhere in the Constitution that there's the consequence or that kind of thing. But that's the effect in administration. If you are dismissed, you are not entitled
to anything.
To anything.
That's 22 years of hard work lost.
Well, now when you make a statement of 22 years of hard work, you have to apply a searchlight to it.
I was coming to it to describe her tenure as you saw it.
Well, I don't know too much. You see, when you are on the Supreme Court, now the type, I don't go around. I was just keeping myself to my chambers, doing my work and coming home. And you had so much work that you couldn't be idle to be roaming about. And we were meeting these other judges only at state functions. You cannot know all of them. There are many. There are very many. And so that personal interaction was not there. Where you can know them as a judge is when appeals come from their judgments. You are on the panel. Then you can see, this judge, this is how he's performed that. But I never really knew her personally.
But her work.
I only
How would you describe her work?
Her work.
And her tenure as Chief Justice.
Well, she was, let's say, when she was in the High Court, I heard she was heading the commercial court. I never went to that court. I only heard she was there. And I didn't sit on any appeals that emanated from her judgments. So I didn't know much. I didn't know anything, you know. And as a Chief Justice, I retired long ago. I'm not in the system. So it's from you, the media, I gain access to what is happening now. So you'll find that, I don't know. The complaints about the appointments, junior judges, all this came from the media. We saw it. Is it fine? Now, I can tell you, me, if I were ever Chief Justice, and you bring somebody like that from High Court who has not matured in the High Court, has not even gone to I say he should go to the Supreme Court, I will tell you that this can't happen. I will not countenance that.
And now you saying no to the political.
Sure,
but,
sure.
But a lot of the judges don't have that courage to do so.
Why not? Are they not independent? Then it means.
Are they really independent?
Well, why not? If you are independent, you can be. But if you decide to compromise your independence, that is your fault. You see, look, I've been in it for many years. Some can opt to align themselves with some in the executive and to get some benefits. That's their headache.
That's very dangerous too.
Well, some could do that. You know, you are compromising your decision.
And such a judge will be a very dangerous judge.
Sure. And
we still have such characters in the judiciary.
Well, from the look of things, if there weren't, I don't say that unanimous judgments don't happen. But when it is more or less, an unbreakable norm, what is the use of having a panel? It is, you see, legal work is very difficult. That's why let's start from High Court. It's one judge there. When it goes on appeal, at least 3 Court of Appeal judges will sit. When it comes to Supreme Court, at least 5. It shows that the work is difficult. Legal principles and assessment, it's not an easy thing. That's why they need such hands. So each member of the panel is supposed to bring his mind to bear on the matter. And I'm not saying that they cannot come to the same conclusion, but it is impossible in human terms, even if you reach the same conclusion, to have the same process of reasoning.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't happen.
We are bringing this conversation to a close. First, let me ask you, so how do we deal with political influence in the judiciary, first of all, and then we'll come to talk about how do we bring back confidence in the judiciary. First, let's talk about the political interference and influence, because appointment to the Supreme Court is done by the political class, even to the appeals court, sometimes even the High Court as well. So they have a hand in every stage. Sometimes they look at who can best serve my interest when I need that in the future. So how do we deal with this particular challenge, which appears to, not giving us the best from the courts?
You see, it's very difficult to contain political influence. If you have the nature, and I said it in 2021 at Cape Coast, I was launching a book, and I said, the foundation of our politics is not sound. It didn't start on principled grounds. It was a rough game. It's a rough game. Robert Duce's sister was killed in the course of campaign because she was CPP. Look, when Akroma took power, few years after that, there were plots to assassinate him, either throwing bombs, guns, whatever. And these things, there came a time, they were plotted in Togo. Buzia used to come and meet the others in Togo. He was, I think, in London. He was meeting them there. They were plotting these things. Throw grenade or bomb or use a gun. At a certain time, they planted a police officer on duty with clear instructions to assassinate Akroma.
Right.
I met away. You know that. This is not sound politics. And so when people feel that, it's a common saying.
Okay,
If you are looking for power, you can even sell your mother. And then when you win the power.
And it's just say the brand, but I must say, some of Japan cocoa teas are in some way at my aha, a POG Media, so what I must say.